2018, and I forgot my watch, which usually means bad luck for me. And as I pick up the paper, I see why. But Mr. Voice is here.
Good morning. You want
What's
my watch borrowed?
Oh, no.
You sure?
I can't do that. It's no.
It's not the same?
All right. No, it's not, no.
But we have the same watch.
So, how things?
It's good. It's Thursday. It's the start of the weekend, actually. So, everything's going good so far. Well, at least for my life. I don't know what's going on in the country. The country is really a mess.
All right. Brilliant. So I tell you what, we got to say good morning to all of our regional viewers and or good morning to all of our international viewers. Those on social media, on Facebook, STV Breaking Dawn. Let me just get to the page here because I was not on it for some reason or the other. And we got the live stream up and running. And those of you on YouTube, it is what? Breaking Dawn HD? Breaking Dawn live stream HD on YouTube. Because we were recently blocked by YouTube because we did a little parody performance of Marshall Montano's Soca Kingdom. And
it seems he's all of a sudden international.
Well,
the song is international.
Yeah, since the show was streamed on pay-per-view.
That was
apparently the song is an international song now, and that caused them to pull us down. We do have to send an email to YouTube informing them who we are and what we do. All right, and put them in place, so to speak, because we're from Trinidad and Tobago. We're not from anywhere else. So international, my tail, it local first. Right?
And that's that.
Could we do that? Has that been done? Any email sent to them? Any communication with YouTube? In how many days? 90 days? But have we emailed them explaining them who we are?
Email them again. And then tomorrow, email them again. Yeah. Keeping the tail.
They have a number for contact to contact them?
YouTube have a number? Listen, we're talking about YouTube USA. Not the YouTube Zimbabwe. You know that one don't have no phone number.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's just absolutely ridiculous. We get pulled on because Soca Kingdom. For all 3 songs? Where do you feel? We from China and we were singing it?
Maybe they thought you were from Portugal.
It's what?
Because you're Portuguese.
30 days per song. So we get 90 days for Soca Kingdom Savannah. And Sweet for Days?
Right. And it's something that you cannot dispute.
We cannot dispute that. But them real bullface, you didn't find so?
I find so.
No, they have an option where you can pay for subscription to them. If you pay for subscription to them, you will not probably have this problem. We
on YouTube right now? On the Breaking Dawn live stream HD? So YouTube could hear me right now. But YouTube, all you're mad. Boldface and outer place. Right, nice. Let me go. So I'll tell you what. You want to get straight to it. If I get pulled down for that, what are they going to do? Pull me down for 30 days for mad, boldface and outer place. Yeah, they could pull me down for 90 days.
If you play the song, but you could sing the song if you want.
No, anything.
You can't play the song, you can't sing the song. You can't do nothing with the song.
You can sing the song and it's still going to come off the air.
Oh yes, because Savannah was, remember, Iowa performed at Marshall Monday. Correct. And so did Patrice Roberts. So all the music that was on show that was performed at Marshall Monday will now be accepted as international. Well, I tell you something, YouTube, we're waiting on that Grammy. Since it's international,
so
that category now then. I don't know.
How he says Soca Kingdom just now that he could say it, but it's alright. He could talk it, but he can't sing it.
Well, it's the same way like if you go onto Facebook and you actually sing a song on Facebook, you have to put up that you did the copyrights because you're playing the music on Facebook.
Wow.
What kind of fireman stupidness is that?
So I tell you, yeah. It's all kind of nonsense, you know.
I do not own the rights to this song. Soca Kingdom.
Right? So let's go.
I'd rail them.
And that's why I still all you know, they have these stupid rules, boy. But say what? We'll see. All right, because I know we were building a nice audience there. So we leave it at that, and we'll see how it goes. All right.
We need to make up our own page.
But for those of you who do watch us on YouTube, you can go to Breaking Dawn LiveStream HD. That's where we are. All right. In the meantime, we want to get straight to it and get to the front page of your Newsday this morning. One particular headline there has caught my attention, and we're going to open the phone lines immediately after I give a little information on this. Let's see what the public thinks. Then we'll take a break and we'll come back with some other form of content for you guys. We have a lot of stuff. We have the incident between the mayor of San Fernando and the police that took place Carnival Tuesday, when the police were shutting down Carnival early because of violence in San Fernando. And there was a confrontation between the mayor, Junior Regrello, and the police, which you will see.
All right.
All right. But before we do that, this is the front page of your Newsday this morning. And that bottom headline there, if you could just remove that lower third. Maxi's $1 million bill, and I could guarantee you they're not talking, anyhow, let me not go there. Taxpayers have shelled out approximately $1 million for the medical bills amassed locally by Communications Minister and La Hoquita Talparo MP, Maxi Coffee, for his medical treatment at a private institution. The payment of $980,263.39 is being made to MedCorp Limited, the parent company of St. Clair Medical Center, where Coffee received treatment immediately after reportedly suffering a stroke last September. Coffee, despite posts online alleging otherwise, continues to receive treatment in the United States and has been granted leave from sittings of the House of Representatives since September. Newsday has not been able to obtain the breakdown of Coffee's foreign expenses, but he has been receiving treatment in the US since November. According to the draft estimate of expenditure, this line item accounts for the medical expenses of all eligible public officers in accordance with their terms and conditions of service, or as agreed to by Cabinet. The allocation for medical expenses is a different facility from the UniMed plan for public servants, which provides coverage for major medical expenses up to $1 million, and also surgical benefits, medical benefits, diagnostic services, prescribed drugs, hospital services, dental services, vision, death, and disability benefits. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley was asked about the limit of the state's financial responsibility concerning Coffee during a press briefing following the cabinet retreat yesterday. Rowley, in response to questions from media, described the state's contribution to Coffee's medical bills as not insubstantial, but declined providing the total cost of government's contribution. Rowley, who said the government had been kept updated of Coffee's health situation via family, said he expected Coffee to return in the not-so-distant future. The payment for Coffee's medical expenses does not diverge from current or past practice, as taxpayers pay the medical expenses of public servants, including MPs and ministers, according to their terms of agreement. The public paid for former Prime Minister Patrick Manning's medical expenses after his stroke, opposition MP Fazal Karim's 2017 medical bills, including treatment in Miami in 2017, and medical expenses for Timothy Hamill-Smith during his term as Senate President. While other public servants had bills of more general nature, Hamill-Smith's claims included a $100 payment for a pharmacy purchase. $100 payment for a pharmacy purchase, imagine that. And several low-cost payments for other similar expenses during his term. All right, according to the Salaries Review Commission, ministers are entitled to medical attention or treatment and prescribe drugs for themselves, their spouses and children who are unmarried and under the age of 18 at any healthcare facility under the regional health authorities, including the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex. The document says, quote, where such treatment is not available at such healthcare facilities, the cost at any other hospital, institution, or nursing home in Trinidad and Tobago is to be met by the state. It goes on to say, medical attention and treatment excludes optical and dental treatment services, and prescribed drugs exclude drugs that are obtainable without prescription. Okay. Let's stick a pin right there. 10 minutes past your 6 o'clock. Thoughts? Before we go to the phone line quickly.
That is what my money doing.
Okay. My question is this, right?
I can't even get health care here for myself, for my family.
That's right.
But I have to foot the bill for a government minister in the form of millions of dollars at any institution that the NWRHA has. And if
That
they
the
can do
regional
it,
authority, the RHAs, yeah, the RHAs,
if
not
they
the
can,
NW, but the RHAs.
the RHAs,
regional.
okay. And if they can do it, then they can move over to any other hospital and I still have to foot the bill?
Yeah.
Okay. We must see that.
We can't get CDAP drugs. People can't get CDAP by the pharmacy. Imagine that. But we put in $1 million bill, and this is all we know about. We don't know about the bill in the States that is being paid as well, apparently, by the state. Okay, I have to go on that. Newsday has not been able to get the breakdown of that particular bill. But my thing is this, right? We have how many public hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago? Enough, right? You would think, right? Why it is our public hospitals, which is managed by the state, cannot facilitate certain types of treatment, and you have to go to a private institution to get that. Well, you're trying to tell me the private institutions have more money than the state? Open the phone line for me. 622-9785, 628-1693, 235-3676, 235-3673. And when we open the mouth and we talk here about this, this is why when we jam in government and opposition MPs and politicians and all they want to call and defend, you go and look for healthcare like that in the hospital and see if you get it.
For real.
You can't get that. But you paying taxes and your taxpaying dollars going to foot that bill.
For real.
And then again, people this morning go call in and want to defend that. Call and defend that. I ain't saying a word. All they like it so. Morning.
Morning, guys. Stephan.
Yes, morning.
So you want to tell me that every hospital in this country cannot treat a stroke?
A stroke.
Millions of people who have strokes in this country.
That's right.
And don't tell me that St. Clair Medical, which is a private nursing home or hospital or whatever, and equipped with the best doctors can't treat that. They have to send him to the United States.
Fast
and
stroke.
poor people with mothers sitting down in clinics in all the hospitals all day with their children suffering, and this machine breakdown and that machine breakdown.
That's
and
right.
they don't care because they have money, but the poor man suffering. They don't like Ian Allen, but he just come out and say the truth. And it's ridiculous, and I kind of have the words to describe what's going on in this country. Thank you this morning.
Thanks a lot. And that I cannot agree with. You see, if the public health institutions were operating perfectly in this country or reasonably well, to the point it's acceptable, and people getting, I could say okay, but it's not so. Morning.
Morning.
Hi, morning.
Gentlemen, I don't study politicians, but I from the Locketa, Salfaro constituency, and we not much what going on with this man. My brother had an appointment in Montauk
For real.
the other day, and it's only one person to operate the machine wasn't there, so she gets to make an appointment for next month.
Wow.
Next thing too, Christmas come there, we going on coffee, big music truck come up in the area, saying that on behalf of Max Coffee, he wants to wish me a Merry Christmas. I don't want to know that. I want to know about the road, the water, the pavement, what's falling apart. If you go down by the man's office, and then by the office perceive you from the next party, they turn in your way and kind of bacchanal.
Yeah.
You want to know nothing about them things? I want to know about the help that the same people that run up and down the road for him, they're dragging right now. Thank goodness I can handle my stories, but it's good for them who want to drag for him. It's good for them. Let it go and sit down by the hospital and wait.
Yep.
We have a hospital here that's not even operational, and that just sitting there.
And
Sitting there.
And that's the next thing. The man is an MP. If this is the condition of this man,
Please
if he
hang up and
recovers,
try it.
how is he holding back? How is he going to be an MP again? It's either remove him as an MP and you have a by-election so the people get representation.
For real though.
It's a simple thing. You have a man, you telling me a man being treated for a stroke. You had to fly the man out of Trinidad to get treatment. The man gone for months.
Months.
The constituency have no representation, but you ain't remove him as an MP, nothing at all yet.
But yet still he could have a truck come down and pass you and all of that.
Come on, man.
So that is a hell of a stroke.
All they get real in this place, man. And if it is Maxi Coffee, I think this is the second. They said, I remember when I made a joke about his speech when he became Minister of Communication, and somebody called and they tell, and they spoke to us here, and they say, you know, Maxi had a stroke, and that's why he speaks like that. And I was taken aback, and I felt some compassion because my father had a stroke, right, 4 years ago. So I know how the speech things go. But then the next question in my mind is, if this man had a stroke before he went up for election, how you could even put him up for election
again?
when you know the amount of commitment it takes from an MP or a minister of anything?
Anything could have happened to him once again.
We'll take 2 more before we take the break.
Nah, man, that is.
The madness, this madness. This is tantamount to madness.
$1 million thus far. Morning.
Yes, gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. I agree it is madness. This minister is getting $41,000 per month, minus all the perks, etc. You stated that, at least the news report stated that he was there before November, from November. I am saying it was before November because he got his stroke in September, right? And it didn't go right away, so it was before November. Further, it flies in the face of children in this society who cannot get life-saving money for life-saving operations abroad. Eh?
Yeah.
And we are putting $1 million thing. Cancer patients early last year, couldn't get medication at all through this country. And we have to stomach this nonsense. It is immoral. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.
And he makes a valid point. What's going on? If he's still a city minister, does that not mean that his salary is still running?
It's supposed to.
So if he's getting...
It come like
like a leave or some kind of leave or something like that.
Leave with pay and whatever.
So he's getting, the man just said basically maybe about $41,000 as a minister.
Well, I don't know how much he gets.
Well, I'm not sure. But the guy quoted that. So we're going to roll with that figure. Let's say ballpark. What's going on with his money? So he can't spend his money?
I have no idea.
His money not good enough?
No, because he have perks, because the state, because like they said in the act.
Then a valid question came up from the Newsday reporter. How long is the government going to fit this bill? If Maxi says that for the next 6 months, are we going to pay for it for the next 6 months?
But that's what's going to happen. But take one more.
Nah.
And the next thing, I think the public needs to know every single perk that a politician is entitled to.
That's right.
Opposition and government. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Sweetheart, good morning.
Hi,
yes,
good morning.
Yeah, go on.
Stephan, good morning, and boys, good morning to
How
you,
you doing?
sweetheart. In case you don't know, Maxi Coffee's son is the Prime Minister's son-in-law. Take that.
That's
right?
that's what we heard. Yeah. All right.
You lie.
All right. Yeah. So my thing is this, right? I'll leave that right there. But the thing is,
no, you can't leave that right.
I think it's extremely important moving forward that the people in this country, if anybody could call me this morning and tell me every single perk that a politician has, you're good. Because I don't even know how much they're entitled to. And you don't even know how much they're entitled to. All we know, they just come and tell you, an MP salary is this, a minister's salary is this, or whatever the case is, parliamentarian, whatever. That's a salary when they're in government, there's a salary when they're in opposition. So we might have an idea of what their salary is. But in terms of how many perks they have.
That's correct.
Because imagine you have a perk. There's a perk, you know. Medical expenses being covered by the state is a perk, you know. And this is a perk that has run us $1 million already. This is a perk. I want all you to understand that.
When do these citizens of Trinidad and Tobago get perks? What are our perks?
I don't know. When I go in the hospital, sometimes I had to sit down 4 hours before. You understand what I'm telling all you? I go in for CDAP for almost a year and a half now and can't get it. Because they're telling me they don't have money to pay the bill and all kind of thing, and they don't have money. So how come we have money to do all of that? Come on, man. Again, it's getting ridiculous now, man.
So I work, make money, hire someone to work for me, and then I ensure that they are
well treated.
well treated. Whilst I of myself, who's working...
And that is the issue. Understand it, eh? Because I know plenty of people say, no, at home, listen, all that check all yourself, you know.
That's madness.
That's the reality of the situation.
That is madness, sir.
They can jump on a plane, fly out of the country. You heard what they just said? Former Prime Minister Patrick Manning, when he flew to Cuba and so on and so forth, that bill was footed by the state. Fazal Karim, when he had his medical expenses, the state footed that. And I'm just saying to you, all you need to check all yourself. Look at your healthcare system. Look at what your taxpayers' money paying for. Look at the treatment you're getting, and then match that against this. And you tell me if you're being treated fairly. That is the problem in this country. And only have to wake up and face that reality.
That is madness.
It's the same thing with crime. It's the same thing with crime. You ever hear a government minister house get shoot up, or opposition member house get shoot up? They might hear a little break-in at the office. But you ever hear anything? You understand what I'm saying?
At their homes.
Well, at least we started to hear that recently, because they break into a couple MP's office, one in the car, take the laptop, all kind of thing. So people, and that's how bad the crime getting in Trinidad and Tobago.
No, they don't even fear that.
And it just goes, it's allowed to just go on. We had, what, 82 murders already? We go to 100 before the end of this month, way over 100. And we're 2 months into the year. All you can imagine that? Come on, now, man. All you wake up, now, man.
If you get 200 in 2 months,
That's sick.
Huh? If you get 100 a month, every 2 months. Wow.
But that's real killing, boy. That's real killing.
That's mass genocide.
And you had the opposition leader talking about the crime rate unacceptable. Well, where's your plan? That's what you're hearing. Complain. Where's your plan?
For real though.
You ain't tell nobody what you plan to do. You can't come and tell the public, well, listen, we find that they should do this, A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. Or let them
supposed to
come
do
with
it.
a plan. You know why? Because everybody playing for points. And while all are playing for points, people body dropping. Look,
Innocent people.
I vexed this morning. I tell you it will be a bad morning as I forget my watching. Take the break, yeah?
When I was walking home from school, they asked me for my money. I said no.
And all my friends ran home because they were scared he might punch them too.
I was screaming, but he just wouldn't stop.
He always said he would hit me. I just didn't think he actually would.
I don't know what I did, but they just kept on kicking me.
They tied me up and dragged me outside. They stripped me of my dignity.
She said she was going to teach me a lesson.
He said I wasn't listening. I didn't think he'd get so mad.
This is a call for all restaurants and supermarkets to get your business online.
Get your business on the most cutting-edge, customer-friendly, results-guaranteed food delivery app in the Caribbean, Food Now TT.
It's time to celebrate. FoodNowTT.com is here.
Yes, I said Food Now TT. We're fast, we're efficient, and we are guaranteed to help improve your business by 100%.
For more info and a free sign-up, call 222-9854 or email food@foodnowtt.com or even WhatsApp
341-1892. You can even come into our office at 216 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, and get your free registration done today. Get your business to be viewed by millions, because with Food Now TT, your restaurant or supermarket is just a click away.
FoodNowTT.com is here.
Want it? Click it. Get it. Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including manual and hydraulic crimpers, pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Bright Ideas has the largest array of practical and finishing items for the home under one roof. From the most sophisticated selection of exotic flowers in the country to amazing chandeliers, lighting, and wall fixtures. Bright Ideas caters for every room in the house with unique items that you'll find nowhere else. So you can fix up your home, complete that special look, and be the envy of all. With household appliances, draperies, beddings, kitchen and dining room items, outdoor furnishings, TV, electronics, and so much more. Bright Ideas, Marabella, Princestown, Rio Claro, Point Fortin, and Gulf City. Getting married? Then inquire about their bridal registry or visit them today for that special gift item. For the holidays and for every day, there is a Bright Idea just waiting for you. Bright Ideas with 5 great locations and the convenient opening hours to serve you. Visit them today at Marabella, Princestown, Rio Claro, Point Fortin, and the Gulf City.
Welcome to Regal Products, a household name since 1960. Regal produces a diverse range right here in TNT, all with the primary focus on high quality. From healthy and tasty nuts and snacks, including cranberries, raisins, sultanas, dates, and prunes, to trail mixes like Cranberry Jubilee, Hawaiian Medley, California Exotic, and South Beach, with nutrition-packed seeds like sunflower and pumpkin, and a tasty nut range which includes almonds, pecans, walnuts, peanuts, cashews, and the newly launched corn nuts. Regal Products for superb flavor, excellent quality, and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Ladies and gentlemen, our country is falling apart. Our institutions are failing. Crime is out of control. It is our duty to fix it. We are touching on every sector of society. Race, class, and corruption. Nothing is off limit. No holds barred. The Cold Truth with Kim Cole. The power belongs to the people. Join us right here, Monday to Sunday, 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m.
Royal Castle ready for the carnival. And good news, the Mega Meal ready too. Yes! Get 12 flavorful, tender pieces of chicken, 6 real nice tasty sides, and a refreshing 2-liter soft drink. Just right for the crew. The Mega Meal convenient for the beach line, or just to enjoy at home. So for this carnival, get the Royal Castle Mega Meal. Talk done.
Yo, when you see him, there's a boy Wetty with 3 teeth and they were going on all year. I am encouraging you guys, don't get tapped with the lyrics. Even though I have plenty, yeah. Wrong mix, alcohol and lyrics. I wrote safe. Don't drink and drive. Yeah, what is it so? So here what? If you know you're drinking, go in the passenger seat. Or you can call me. Yeah, just call me. 323 Wetty. Yeah, I go to you. Somebody call that Uber. Yeah, my boy, come, let's go.
so we're back. And as we are back, I understand what you're saying. Satish, I understand what you're saying, but reset the box still. Although all the other stations working, maybe sometimes, like how we installed the music program last week, and we had a problem, our station alone in the past, we still had a reset the box for it to reset to the station, that kind of thing. So it's a bit complicated. Well, not really complicated, that's a simple fix, but sometimes it doesn't know now. All right, so nice. Good morning to you. I'm glad to have you on board. Also, Trisha Seals, Neil Alexander, Richie Rich. I could with some money, boy. Where you? All right, Michael Henry. But the man named Richie Rich. Remember the cartoon, Richie Rich?
Yeah,
boy.
I actually remember the comic book first.
So, if you just tuned in, we were talking about Maxi Coffee's $1 million bill that the state, that you, not the state. Let me not say the state. Let me put it correct. That the taxpayer has paid. You, me, him.
For real.
Right? We've all played a part in fitting that bill. And we took some calls to find out what people felt about that. Now that will also be up for discussion as we move forward, but there are a couple other things that I want to bring to your attention. There were a few headlines in the paper that I really want people to understand how this hurts Trinidad and Tobago. And I have to talk to the stupid bandits are talking to now. You see, I'm in a mood this morning. I'm in a passionate mood. Okay, so if I come across as being offensive to some, well, if you take it offensive, have a cup of tea, walk outside, inhale, exhale, come back in, and you'll understand. It's
walk
passion.
Outside and inhale?
Yes, it's passion.
But the kind of garbage you have outside there?
Well,
I'm not going out there and inhale at all.
No, there's a headline in that Newsday article 3 days ago, and it says 13 tourists robbed at gunpoint.
Oh, the Maxi?
In the Maxi.
Right,
You
yeah.
read about that, right?
Yeah.
So 13 people, including 12 Bahamians and a taxi driver, were robbed at gunpoint on Saturday night and relieved of a quantity of US currency, cell phones, jewelry, and other valuables, including a gold Rolex watch valued at $10,000 US. My brother, I live in Trinidad. I wouldn't even buy a real G-Shock. All right? Police said around 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, the visitors hired the driver of a yellow van maxi taxi to take them to the Insomnia Fete in Chagarama. It's the same fete where the chains and stuff was snatched. The footage of the show yesterday with the Bacchanal. In the fete, that's the same fete. Right? Insomnia meets Chinatown. In Caranaji, Maxi stopped because of traffic, which is usual when you're heading in there to get to a fete. You have a huge line of traffic because it's one access road in and out. And a gunman and his accomplices entered the Maxi and robbed the tourists. The assailants then fled the scene, and the driver of the Maxi taxi turned around and drove to the Central Police Station in Port Spain, where he reported the incident. You get robbed in Caranage and drive to the Central Police Station in Port Spain.
Why?
Because he doesn't know where the Caranage Police Station is, probably. But he's driving a yellow van Maxi. He works that route. Or he could have go to Western, yeah. So anyway, the assailants then fled the scene. Right, nice. The tourists were interviewed until the early hours of the morning and returned to the Hyatt Regency Hotel where they were resting on that day. The visitors told police that they were supposed to leave on Ash Wednesday, but because of the robbery, they were contemplating leaving Monday or Tuesday. Carnival Monday or Tuesday, and were attempting to make arrangements for their departure. That is 13 people that will never return to Trinidad and Tobago for Carnival.
Don't say never.
That is, hold on.
Right now.
Hold on.
Right now, their mind is set that way. Potentially. Good.
That is also 13 people that will talk to 13
Other people, correct.
Who will talk to 13 other people, who will then talk to 13 other people. I'm going to put it that way, right? And I'm just breaking it down minimal. So, this is where we are. That we have a fete. I wanted to understand what I'm about to tell you, right? When it have a fete, and it is in Chagaramas, and you have thousands of people heading into Chagaramas, what is the one thing you're supposed to have on the streets?
Security. Some form of
police presence. Not
right. Any form of security, whether you do it private, yes or no, whatever as the case may be.
Good. Because of the amount of people coming into the area, the traffic that is going to be backed up, right? You want to make sure that it's incident free and the traffic is flowing freely, because you know people just make stupid drive.
Right, good.
Good. Here we have a maxi taxi heading to a fete. get stuck in the traffic, and a gunman at time to come up to the max, rob 13 tourists, and then get away, most likely on foot. Now, if he had a vehicle waiting to get out of Shagaramas, he would have gotten out very easily.
No, he
But
couldn't.
think
There's
about
traffic.
this. No, well, not traffic going out, traffic coming in. But here the thing, is one road in, one road out, either way.
Right, good.
So, if you contact the police, or if the police realize that people get robbed, they're supposed to at least get the bandits, right?
At least attempt to. Unless they're living in the area and they just run home.
Police also reported that they had information that other people were robbed on their way to the Insomnia Fete on Saturday night. A team of officers carried out several searches in a bid to recover the stolen items. Police said arrests are imminent and advised the public that it was against the law to purchase stolen items. Investigations are continuing. There was also another incident with a 7-year-old boy, and these are the things that bother me. And let me just read the article. It's a very short article, all right? Because I can't understand this one either. A 7-year-old boy from La Hoqueta, did you read the story? A schoolboy.
No, it didn't ring a bell as yet. Go ahead.
Who was rescued from a beating at the hands of a close male relative yesterday.
Oh, the one who died?
Died at the
Okay,
Williams
right, yeah.
Medical Sciences Complex at about 3 p.m. The child was identified as Ishmael Phillip. Police said the boy was at his La Hoqueta home with the relative when neighbors heard him screaming at about 2:30 p.m. One of them, a police officer, rushed over and saw the child being beaten. He rescued the child and was taking the child to the hospital when he began experiencing difficulty to breathe. Attempts to revive the child at the hospital failed. The last line in this article reads, La Hoqueta police went in search of the man, but he was not found.
All right.
So the police officer rushed into the house, rescued the child from being beaten. Good?
Yeah.
And okay, depending on the condition of the child, he had an option to get the child to the hospital.
Right.
And left
The assailant.
there.
Yeah.
And now the La Hoqueta police went in search and cannot find him.
I don't know. You're angry because of that?
Because I would have thought he would have detained the assailant.
And in an instance where a child is concerned, or any victim, the main priority of that person right about now is to deal with the victim. The holding of the assailant, although it may seem a little harsh, I think that his priority at that point in time right there was basically just to get that child to medical attention.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm still saying a guy like that who has beaten a 7-year-old to death should not be walking around the street right now.
What I'm saying is this as well too. Remember that the child only got into difficulty on the way to the hospital. So for all he knew, he could have beaten the child. The guy taking me just saying, "Little boy, let me get this child to the hospital quickly." And it's on the way the child got into difficulty.
But it's on the way because difficulty to breathe.
Yeah. So it would not have been seen or classed.
But that's sad.
As that until they realize, oh my goodness, the child is dying or the child is dead. So they would know their priority now is to get this guy.
All right. Well, let's hope they get him because
I really do hope that they get this guy because there's nothing. I have children and I know when I get upset how blood sometimes rushes to your head.
To your head, yeah.
You understand? But to reach a place that you could be mercilessly beating a child that you can't even hear the screams and the cries.
So when I said the child experienced difficulty breathing, my mind started running. I wonder if he's asthmatic or something like that because maybe I got an asthma attack or something like that on the way now. I don't know. I'm just saying now.
Me, capital punishment is in my household, but it does not pass 5 lashes. And you get it on your butt. Or your hand, whichever one, if you tell yourself you don't want to get lecture on your bumsy. You can get 5 lashes on your hand, but that's where it reaches.
The next thing I wanna bring up here, and I'm just going through all the little crime incidents that took place for Carnival. Revelers robbed by gang of thieves. Police officers stationed in St. James and St. Clair intervened. Well, this was yesterday, Carnival Monday, as a group of close to 50 people were reported to have stormed one of the larger mass bands, robbing and beating patrons. One man said the incident occurred near Nelson Mandela Park as one of the bands gathered for Juve celebrations. Police said the band of stormers dashed through the band, grabbing cell phones and other valuables from masqueraders before running off and mixing with other bands. Officers confirmed at least one man had been held in connection with the incident. Now that's what usually happens. I've seen it. It has some fellas in Cocorito used to do it long time. They come, about 20 of them.
Yeah, they come in a great force, and they just keep, they push.
Yeah, they push.
The way that they run into the crowd, you like, everybody will be like, turning like, what's going on with this? But while they passing, they grabbing and snatching. I don't know why people have a tendency to put this cell phone in this little packet and think it's safe around your neck. I don't get that at all. You have an expensive iPhone. iPhone 10 is like what, $10,000? Maybe the same price as your Rolex? And they put this in a plastic with a string and hang it on their neck.
And man, Rolex was 10,000 US. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Just informing. 10,000 US. Yeah, that's what the
and he going to a
fete with that. But he probably, you know, Trinidad. Anyway, we're 19 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. We want to bring something else to your attention. The other thing we want to bring to your attention is the mayor of San Fernando. Director, we had audio edit that, right? Okay, good. Mayor, give me Mayor Regrello first. Not part two, just Mayor Regrello.
Someone just, and I think that this is also very valid as well too. They said that the police station in Carolina just way up inside a school street.
Oh, yeah. So probably the maxi driver he probably didn't know how to get there.
He didn't even know how to get there. And why would you put a police station so high up? I think the police presence is supposed to be adamant.
That's what I'm saying. They're supposed to be out on the road. They're supposed to be in the road because you have a huge amount of people coming into Shagarama.
Forget the fete. I mean, on the whole.
Well, all right.
Why you put a police station quite up in the whole?
The street coming up in a residential kind of street. Now, San Fernando Mayor Junior Regrello challenged police officers who attempted to shut down carnival celebrations in the city on Tuesday night. And this is the footage. Okay, now that was the confrontation between Mayor Junior Regrello and the police officers who were trying to lock down the carnival there before the 12 midnight because of the amount of violence that was taking place in San Fernando. Now, one person on the Facebook page said, yes, festivities are supposed to end at 12 midnight, but there were lots of fights last night in San Fernando. The police are well within their right to stop festivities earlier. No disrespect to the mayor, but he should know better. Party hard and people fighting. Loss of life. Which do you choose? When we as a society learn to behave like human beings with intelligence, then things can go back to the way they were. Until such time, festivities will get shut down early as long as there are fights and other behaviors that don't bode well for society. Right?
Yeah.
Then somebody responded saying the ban was stopped at 10 p.m. and the ban was only 10 to 15 buildings away from the Panyard, mere feet away from its headquarters. Well, 10 to 15 buildings in mere feet. But all of you talking, wherever, were you there to see how the officers flew onto the truck and attempted to drag Mr. Regrello off the truck? Did you see how they physically disrespected him? No, I was there. I played with the band. It's not what was done, but how it was done. All of y'all who commenting negatively would have reacted the same way or worse. So this person is trying to tell me that the police officers in San Fernando do not know who the mayor of San Fernando is? Nah, something wrong there. Well, San Fernando has now become a lawless city. Even the man with the key to the city feels he above the law. These are some of the comments that were floating around social media. So I want to open the phone line and take a few calls real quick on this. Do you think the mayor acted in a proper manner in challenging the police in locking down the situation earlier? Because he did make a call. He made a phone call after, and he was allowed, Skiffle Bunch was allowed to continue until whatever hour, I don't know. But they were allowed to continue after he shoot the call. So I don't know who he called.
Right.
But if you could call a senior police officer. Morning. Morning.
Hello?
Or if anybody was in Sando at this, let us know what happened.
Caller live, welcome.
Hello?
Yes, good morning to you.
Morning.
Yes, dear.
Pleasant day to you all.
Hi.
Pleasant day to you all.
Same
Yes,
to you.
Morning, sweetheart.
Is no less a citizen,
Uh-huh.
less a citizen, that law-abiding citizen. And I think the police did a good job.
Okay.
All right,
thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Now, there's a part 2 to this which I'll show in a little bit. I just want to take 3 or 4 calls. Yes.
Stephan,
Yes, sweetheart. Yes, caller.
we still not getting no water inside Gosine Avenue, Sunrise Road in Penal.
What is the name of the road?
Penal.
What's the name of the road?
Penal.
No, what's the name of...
Sunrise Road.
What's road?
Sunrise Road, Gosine
Sunrise
Avenue.
Road, Gosine Avenue.
Sunrise Road, Gosine Avenue.
Gosine Avenue, Penal.
Sunrise Road,
Penal.
Gosine Avenue is a long place.
Sunrise.
Right.
All right.
Not getting no water.
Okay. I'll send an email today. No problem. All right, thanks a lot. I'll see what I can do for you. All right, I'll handle it. Sunrise Road. S-U-N-R-E-E-S. Morning. Yeah, man.
In the clip there, you saw that he went to the corner with an officer in khaki, right?
Yeah.
Right. That officer is the senior superintendent of the Southern Division, Mr. Mohammed. Good? Now, you see, this is why policing Carnival is so hard. Voice and Stephan, I sure you fellas will have gone to Labor Day in Brooklyn and Caribana and so on. And to I think he'll tell a lesser extent. How do the police over there operate with the slightest incident of violence?
Good question.
They shut it down.
Everything.
They shut it down. Now,
Right.
we had the concept here that there is the home of Carnival. So, and the road makes a work on Carnival Day, right?
Right.
Some kitchen. But what I'm saying is, remember, Carnival is spread over so much districts now that you have a police presence to police an activity. And it's a judgment call. Now, the people who claim, understand, the participants in the pan playing might not be involved in violence. But if the violence threatens to interfere with the comfort of other people who are observing the thing and may spill over and become a mass casualty event. You see that way you have to watch it now?
Yeah.
Managing something before it becomes a mass casualty event. Now the mayor should know better. Right? Now what I'm saying is, if those have gone to him, and remember he's also the head man in the pan side as well. So
Yes.
from that aspect, he is very too hard to right now. The leader of the band and a mayor. But what I'm saying is, as an office holder, that comes to the fore over your activity as the leader of the department. And if the police come and say, listen, sir, because of what we see, we would like to shut it down. It may be early, we're sorry, but you know what I mean? We have no choice.
Right.
We comply, but it's obvious after you had the conversations with the senior officer, the decision that was taken by other officers was countermanded, and that is where the difficulty is. Right, gentlemen? Now I'm saying, had this thing exploded to a mass casualty event, you already had the stabbing on Monday where the guy died. Yeah, you would have bottle pelted injuries and so on, damage your property, people's vehicles, stores are wrong and so on. What would have been the thing yesterday on Ash Wednesday about the police action or inaction?
Exactly, exactly. Good point.
And you know, the people always on fear, and you have to watch these things. Right?
Nice
and
one.
Then to come it off, I know you all raised this point there, but I had the point about that was raised by Mr. Seals about the absenteeism for carnival duties throughout major centers for carnival.
Right.
And this is a reason why, because I'm telling you, gentlemen, well, I know you all do outside broadcasts and so on. And of course, logistics will have to be put in place for that to run smoothly. Right? If that is not done, you're going to have a bad experience with your outside broadcast.
Correct.
Near the feed, you know what I mean? That kind
Correct.
of thing. Now, remember, I took one experience here. Carnival duties for police officers begin from the Thursday and Friday in some instances, all right? Now, remember what happens is that your leave is restricted, meaning that the only leave you would go on is the leave you would earn having performed that duty. Then you also have policing of all the various feds all over the place and so on, right? Where haven't they? You haven't burnt out people. Then on the carnival days now, you have to work sometimes as much as 40 hours in one stretch, come back to work and then finish off again with our next 14-hour tour and thing. And in that time frame, gentlemen, people are treated very badly in terms of provision of meals, water, and so on. We're dealing with human beings, and only human beings, besides masqueraders who have the experience that no for the masquerader is a choice. But for officers, you don't have a choice. You have to go and do that, or so they say. Now, every year you keep getting that kind of bad treatment, and nobody is dealing with it. What is the recourse?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, man.
What is the recourse?
All right, I understand what you're saying. Cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we went a bit lengthy there, but he had some good contributions to make. So, I mean, anything along those lines we could extend. So we'll take a few more. What do you think about the actions of the mayor of San Fernando, Mayor Regrello? Morning.
Yes, morning. What I'm saying is that we missing the real issue. The police put his hands on the mayor. The police was out of context in addressing the mayor. It could have been done different.
You saw the police put their hands on the mayor?
Yes.
In what manner?
Okay, so this is...
Grabbed him by his hand, on the cuff of his hand.
Okay.
Can't address the situation like that. Could have been addressed differently.
That's what you're saying? All right.
Yes.
Okay, the approach then. All right, well, he's saying that the approach was not warranted.
I'm sorry, people, let's get back to me, but that was business. What did the mayor do for an officer to hold his hand? I don't think that a police officer, regardless of what people just think about police, is going to just grab the mayor's hand. And I don't think that they don't know who the mayor is. Let's be honest.
But I would think that the police of San Fernando know exactly who the mayor is.
I don't think that they would just grab the mayor's hand.
So I don't know. But he is saying that the police officers grabbed the cuff of his hand and pulled him off the lift. Well, I would like to know what caused. Well, that's a good question. What caused them to do that? Was there a level of resistance or anything like that? I don't know.
And is it okay because I'm a mayor to just disrespect the police? Well, so in other words,
I think an action brings a reaction. So maybe the action by the officers would have drawn an action from the mayor. But a reaction from the mayor.
The thing about it is this: the police is hired to keep the peace. Who better knows what's going on? You have a senior officer that came to your band. It wasn't just any boy in blue. This is a senior officer coming and telling you, it done. If a senior officer comes to you, you're supposed to be able to understand that this has to be something serious.
Okay, we'll take one more. We'll take one more before we take the break. Take one more caller. Do you agree with the actions of Mayor Regrello? The last caller said that the point is the police approach. As was said by one of the people on Facebook who commented as well. Right? 6229785, 628-1693, and the other numbers on the screen as well.
If the mayor's out of line,
the police was wrong.
The police was wrong.
There.
You were there?
Guys, beautiful. Can you give us the incident, ball by ball, what you saw? Hello?
Hello?
Then I'm not taking your word.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
She said the police was wrong, she was there.
I'm sorry, I'm not taking your word.
Okay, give us a little more than that the police was wrong, because, okay, let me explain you why.
You can't call and just say that and come off.
Morning. Morning, morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
I wasn't at the scene, but what I heard, and I'll tell you why I believe that, you see Mr. Arguello, I've known Mr. Arguello for over 20-something years or more. And it doesn't mean to say that a person cannot make an error. But if I have to give the benefit of the doubt, Mr. Arguello is not a violent. Before he was even a mayor, he used to support my, I had a restaurant, he used to support my, I've always known this man to be a peaceful man, a real organized person. I am totally surprised if somebody says what they say. And I heard people who are wrong.
But what you heard?
What if the police was very aggressive to the gentleman and disrespectful?
All right, so you heard that they were aggressive.
That is what I heard. And I had no reason to doubt it because I know the man personally. I ain't saying that a person, even know somebody put for that amount of years, about 20 odd years, I know this man dealing with children and things, with skiffle bunch and things, and he always is a peaceful, he was trying to quell things, you know, that kind of individual.
All right.
Not at all.
All right, cool.
And real people vexed with how they deal with him.
All right, no problem. Cool, well, all right, so we have a testimony, we could call it a testimony on somebody who knows Mr. Regrello, but he's also saying that he's not saying that he's not subject to error as well. But I'm just saying, I would like to see what, what it is was said, because let me explain all this something. If I was the captain of that band, forget the mayor, forget being the mayor. If I was the captain of the band and the police say come and lock it down, I'd have to lock it down. I'd have to lock it down because the police come and say lock it down. It is happening in St. James here. In St. James, there is block off by courts. You can't get into St. James from about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the night. From about 9 o'clock, you can't get into St. James. There's block the main road because they don't want no big set of traffic coming into St. James, because they know St. James is a place where everybody who was partying in Woodbrook and thing, they flock to St. James on the main road, and some go to the avenue. I don't know if they started locking down the avenue as well. But what usually happens is you have a lot of violence that used to happen in past years. You have a lot of bottle pelting, a lot of people getting robbed, man getting stabbed, all of that used to go on the Western Main Road in St. James. And the police now took the action of saying, listen, we're going to lock down St. James early. Good? They never get a complaint for it because I think the people in St. James understand well why they do it. You understand what I'm saying? They do it because of the amount of people. Now when coming close, all 11 o'clock in the night, police start running people off that Western Main Road. They say, home, time to go home. But they have to move aggressive. And I'll tell you why the police have to move aggressive. Because that's the environment that they're in. They're in an aggressive environment. You're in an environment with hundreds of people who drinking alcohol and who potentially ignorant, who want a lime, and some of them do have an understanding that the lime had to done. So you can't come and say, hey fellas, all you have to go, man. You can't do it like that. You have to be aggressive and let them know, listen, all you ain't come on for no nonsense. So maybe that's why they moved aggressive like that. Why would they move aggressive like that toward the mayor of San Fernando is a different topic. I don't know. I can't say. All I can say is that if I was in Junior Regrello's position and the police came to tell me this is it, shut down, I would have had to put my tail between my leg and shut it down. Otherwise, I'd have been probably arrested.
There's audio to this clip or there's just video?
No, there's audio, there's audio.
Can you hear what Regrello is saying by chance?
Could you run that clip from the start with the audio? But I know actions bring reaction. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Run it from the top.
Go for it.
I go get anyone. You can't stop it. You're the place. But maybe you're someone you don't know how to place. You're just the
That is where the problem lies.
Yeah.
You see, for me, that is where the problem lies.
You see, you're saying your cash, he was trying to tell him that we have till 12 midnight. We can't shut this down now.
And this is where the problem lies. Right there, you are seeing a mayor who's supposed to be in authority. What is around him? Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, who at this juncture, 2018, already have no respect for the police, already. So now they are seeing someone who they also look up to, who is also a regular citizen, not a police officer, disrespecting a senior officer and his staff. What you think? The repercussion for this is not there, no. Forget Regello and there, no. We have more of this to come. In San Fernando, Port Spain, Arima, everywhere. So Regello, on my part, you're wrong.
All right.
I say so. You're wrong.
So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break, and when we return, we'll get back to this. We have a part 2 to the clip when he made the phone call and they were allowed to start back. So we'll get to that when we return. Stay tuned.
Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Your original one-stop school shop. Your #1 choice for the widest variety of top quality stationery, school books and bags, school shoes and socks, and ready-made uniform. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited is also authorized retailers for a wide range of top brand name products. They're also the home for Sebastian school shirts and pants. Quality you can depend on for generations. And nobody, I mean nobody beats their prices. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited, with 2 locations to serve you. #1 Tabaquite Road, Rio Claro, telephone 644-BOOK, that's 644-2665. And #3, Guaguari Road, Mayaro, phone 630-BOOK or 630-2665. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited, ready to serve you because you are an exceptional customer that deserves exceptional quality, price, and service.
When I was walking home from school, they asked me for my money. I said no.
And all my friends ran home because they were scared he might punch them too.
I was screaming, but he just wouldn't stop.
He always said he would hit me. I just didn't think he actually would.
I don't know what I did, but they just kept on kicking me.
They tied me up and dragged me outside. They stripped me of my dignity.
She said she was going to teach me a lesson.
He said I wasn't listening. I didn't think he'd get so mad.
This is the Regal range of baking and cooking products. Regal became a household name in the 1960s with icing sugar, which still is the market leader more than a half of a century later, expanding to custard powder, baking powder, cornmeal, popcorn, rolled and quick oats, peas and beans. Regal continues to make cooking and baking more fun for everyone. With the #1 roti mix in the nation, we continue to expand our product range to meet consumers' needs. Regal products for superb flavor, excellent quality and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
This is We the People, for the people, by the people, and with the people. I love my country. Understand that our country must come first. We are living in sweet TNT, the best island on God's earth. Yes, we are, in my view, the best country on God's earth. It's up to us to make it so. The destruction that's happening in this land, if we don't understand what's going on, we shall become the next victim of it. Stop the crime. Stop the corruption. Stop the babble. Stop it. Stop it. a desire, a love for country. Putting country first. I love my country. I am Harvey R. Burris. I am the voice of truth. Tune in to 104.7 Monday to Thursday at 9 a.m. to hear the truth. Can you stand it? We are speaking the truth.
Welcome to Rassam Restaurant, located at Grand Bazaar. Rassam's is a family-oriented restaurant. They cover a wide range of international dishes with a focus on Indian, Hakka, and Thai cuisine. Rassam Restaurant also features live entertainment while you dine, with buffet nights on Fridays and Saturdays. They also offer catering both in-house and outside for religious and corporate functions, birthdays, anniversaries, and more. Come and experience the dining difference today at Rassam Restaurant Grand Bazaar. Contact them at 645-0994 and 373-4227.
Prostat, the ultimate prostate formula with standardized herbal extracts used by thousands of men to ensure optimum prostate health and alleviate symptoms related to an enlarged prostate or BPH. Available at leading pharmacies and online at tntdrugstore.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, our country is falling apart. Our institutions are failing. Crime is out of control. It is our duty to fix it. We are touching on every sector of society. Race, class, and corruption. Nothing is off limit. No holds barred. The Cold Truth with Kim Cole. The power belongs to the people. Join us right here, Monday to Sunday, 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m.
Yo, this is Rody. Don't get tired with the lyrics. Wrong mix, alcohol and lyrics. I road safe, don't drink and drive. Rody says so.
So we're back on the inside, people, and as we return, I want to take it to part 2 real quick. This is part 2 with the mayor of San Fernando, Junior Regrello. Take this in. Apparently, he was speaking to somebody. Officer, he was on the phone, and I think he made the call, and they resumed the entertainment or whatever you want to call it. But you know, I know you wanted to say something. I have a few comments here. This is comments from general public. Somebody messaged us here. They said the mayor is wrong. We speak about these things daily. Obedience and upholding the command of authority. The police give a command with reason, and the mayor lose points with media. That's one comment. We have some others on social media as well. Let me just see if I could get to some of them. Voice, in the meantime.
Now, someone made a valid point here. They're saying that how in all the melee that you're seeing there, the noise that is happening, the mayor is talking to this one, to that one, to the officer, people are stretching their hands forward. And this is a very valid, and I can see it. I'm not saying that this is what happened, but I can understand what this person is saying. They're saying in all the noise and everything, all the mob, the environment that is happening, perhaps even grabbing the mayor's hand was the only way the officer could have gotten his attention because of everything that was going on. I can understand that. I can understand that. He grabbed the mayor's hand. What's wrong with that? He didn't put him in cuffs or a headlock or anything like that. Where's the big thing? Really and truly, if you're in an environment like that, everybody making noise and this one pulling and tugging, and I'm trying to get your attention because at the end of the day, you are the person that everybody is backing. You have to remember this is what's happening here. You have police against citizens. The Right Honorable Mayor, he is at that point in time the leader of a mob at the end of the day. He is leading a mob at the end of the day. Because he's standing there blocking off everybody, all the wait, all the hold on, all the stay back, and they staying back when he says. There's a man there putting his hand in the face of one of the sergeants. And the next guy has to push away his hand. Hey, no, don't do that. Let me wait till the mayor say what.
No, somebody says, first of all, where is the security for the mayor? And then every year it's the same thing. 12 is 12. No, 12 is not 12. Not because it's carded that Carnival finishes at 12.
That's correct.
It does not mean it has to, because in light of any sort of disaster or violence, you have to stop it.
You have to stop it.
12 is not 12. It depends on what's going on. There was a killing. A guy died on Sepero Street, was stabbed Monday morning. Remember? Juve morning, we showed it yesterday, fella bleeding to death. That was at Sepero Street corner. And look, somebody is saying here, the police was just and reasonable and had reasonable cause, and they can stop any event. So the mayor was out of place, and in this case, he should have not gone to the levels with that silly statement. Fights were taking place on Sepero Street, and once the order, once the order is given from the Commissioner of Police to shut down all music, the mayor's power becomes irrelevant.
Correct. At least I would believe so.
I would think the Commissioner of Police has the authority over under the circumstances. I think it depends on the circumstances, but I still don't want to give him. I still want to give him a benefit of the doubt somehow.
Now this comes down to a point like this. Okay, so the honorable mayor, his band, he has a nice band. Everything is going good. There's no incidents. Everybody's flowing freely. But there's things that are happening on the outside, and the police sees it as, listen.
We can't shut down this and leave you pumping.
Right, because as the guy said, it obviously is going to leak over. Because if, this is what happens. Let's say in a party, one section is jamming.
Right.
And the next section is dead. What happens? The people from that section move over. And they take their ways with them. Yeah. They're not going to come across there and say, okay, so you know what? This is a nice band. Let's be nice in this band.
Right.
They're going to be the same way. So they cannot take that chance. The officers cannot take that chance. They have to lock it all down. And the mayor should have understood that. The honorable mayor should have understood that and said, listen, you're in authority. You think we should shut this down? People, unfortunately, we have to stop. And show some cooperation with the police. You have just turned, you have turned 100 people more against the police right there.
So let's take a few calls on it. Let's see if you all, what your opinion is of the general public in terms of the action of the mayor there, because, I mean, The police have their job to do, and we say that every day. Their job is a very difficult one. They have to make judgment calls at times. This would have been one of the situations in which the police would have had to make a judgment call based on what they were seeing happening around the city of San Fernando and based on the amount of reports that they would have been getting. Because remember, every incident has a report behind it. Morning.
Morning.
Hello? Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah.
Am I live on the program?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're live. Go on, make it comment.
Brothers, morning. My problem is this. Some years back, 2009, I was physically abused.
Right.
By the police. Okay?
Right.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. They came back in 2014 and did the same thing. I was totally abused. I have no record. I have sort of character in terms of breaking law. And then they came back here in 2017 again and did it again. I have a girl child. I am wounded, unable to work. Julian Lucky, Mr. West, Jack Warner, Stephen Switch, all the people that are over the police force knows about it. And for no reason they are bringing any kind of redress to my problem. I have been to every single agency in Trinidad. They are fully aware and they are just trying to stifle it from the media again. And I would like some form of redress for my help. Thank you very much. Beautiful program, Audrey.
Thanks a lot, man. All right. So point well taken there. Well, I think he's talking about an incident that might be similar to, in terms of force and so on and so forth.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. All right, next caller. We don't have time to stick. We take about 3 more. Morning. Good morning.
All right.
Next caller.
All right. Hello? Yes.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have listened on the program at time and time I don't agree with you. As a farmer myself. For too long, San Fernando police have no respect for farmers.
Okay.
Shut down the ban when performing in a competition. This is something I have gained a lot. I've come to step talking. I want to know when San Fernando farmers will start together. I want to one head stop this nonsense. Now I see that Mr. Junior is there. I hope you will do something positive with us. I don't want to.
Hi, caller.
Okay. He was sounding a bit muffled there. We couldn't understand what he was saying. But did he say...
He said the San Fernando police have no respect for pan men?
I think with some... I don't think this has... You see, caller, this doesn't have anything to do with respect for pan men. This has to do with law and order.
Because I want to...
And the enforcement of law and order. Now, I'll just read you guys... All right, we'll take this call because there was an article in the Express here on this incident. And I want to read it to you. All right, because there's a part here. You have the caller?
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hi, morning.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
You know what? The police was within the right because all over San Fernando on Tuesday in the nighttime had lots of incidents.
Wow.
Along the Street, they pelt bottles in a bar and several people got caught. They got injured. Going up the Peril Street had fights. The guy who collapsed and died in front of Park World and on Rushford Street.
Yeah.
They asked him straight like if he was a drunk and fall down there. There were lots and lots of incidents. They were within their right to close earlier than that.
Okay.
I am speaking from experience. My son was there. I made sure that they came home with me.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right.
And
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
All right, thanks a lot. Now, I just want to read this. San Fernando Mayor Junior Regallo, this is from the Trinidad Express, dated February 14th, 9:20 a.m. yesterday. San Fernando Mayor Junior Regallo challenged police officers who attempted to shut down carnival celebrations in the city on Tuesday night. Regallo, manager of the Caribbean Airlines Skiffleman Steel Orchestra, was on board a float making its way towards the Panyard on Superior Street when the police intervened at around 10 p.m. The band, which placed second in the finals of the National Panorama Competition 2018, was entertaining a large crowd that lined the streets. Now, senior officers noted that a decision was taken to close off the celebration due to violence in the city. Police said there were incidents of persons being injured by glass bottles and fights. But Regallo pleaded with the officers to allow his band to complete its session, which was being enjoyed by the public. The police declined the members of the public, and the police declined, and members of the public began shouting at the officers, quote, "That is the mayor, have some respect for him," end quote, which you could hear in the background in the video clips. Regrello, now, this is going to be the controversial part. Because people are saying the police grab him and pull him off the float. The article I am reading here, and I'm just saying this is the information that I have from the story in the Trinidad Express as printed. Regrello jumped off the float and challenged the officers. He noted that the players were simply entertaining the crowd in the spirit of carnival. Following a brief telephone conversation, Regrello said he had received permission to continue playing the music. The officers backed off but remained at the venue until the crowds dispersed. Regrello said he was in discussion with his attorney and would comment on the incident at a press conference later yesterday. Okay? And that is the article as printed by the Trinidad Express, saying that the mayor jumped off the float. It does not say in this article that he was taken physically and removed from the float. As, you know, contrary to what we heard from a couple of the callers and some of the views by people who were there giving their comments on social media, saying that the police kind of manhandled him and took him off the float, and they were, you know, it's the way that they approached him. The article here is saying that he jumped off the float. So
I still can't see an officer literally like trying to grab the mayor of San Fernando and trying to pull him off of a float.
But we'll take a couple calls. We'll go back to the phone line and take a couple.
Police nowadays, people just come and look. We was watching the other day with the officers and they were
morning
being accosted and they didn't even move. They just watching the people.
Morning.
Let's see it.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, yeah. Go on, make a comment.
Yes, Stephan.
Yes.
Yes, Stephan.
Yeah.
I agree with voice. I mean, I ain't talking about the mayor because the mayor totally out of order.
Okay. Yeah, don't listen on the TV, my brother. You gotta listen on your telephone.
Okay, all right. I'll listen to the telephone. Listen, my issue is with the police. Okay.
Yeah.
My issue is the action of the senior superintendent when he came here. I understand that you said that he allowed the band to continue.
Yes, after a phone call was made.
Right. So this is what happens in Trinidad and Tobago when politics comes into the job of the servants of the public, the police and
Great
the public
point.
servants.
Great
You
point.
understand? When the police have to do their job, the politician cannot come and tell them what to do. They must allow the police to do their job.
Correct.
This is one of the biggest problems with the country.
Well, yeah.
Okay? It happens with the public servants too.
Right.
Let the people do their job. Leave the politics out of it.
That's right.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Because
it comes like he undermined the officers.
He made a beautiful point because the guy who we come back to it here, the guy who's standing next to the mayor in the white sleeveless, he made a statement. He said, "What you gonna do? You want to lock up the mayor? This is the mayor." So in other words, because it's the mayor, they should be allowed to continue, regardless of fight here, fight there. Now let me ask you a question: what would have happened if the officers decided to say, "You know what? All you want to go ahead? Go ahead. Take my whole band of police and let's go." And then that same set of people who causing all the havoc in San Fernando ran into Skiffle Bunch, pelt bottle, chop somebody, shoot somebody or something. In order to be the report the next morning, police abandons band.
Well, the police would have gotten the
They would have gotten the bad end of the stick.
So I'll tell you what. We have a caller. We could take the break. We'll take the break. All right, we'll take the break. But as we go to the break, right, I have to show this.
Beautiful point by Aliza. She asking the same thing. She said, "Oh, I wonder if the mayor could have protected the whole band by himself since he could carry it on."
when we come back, right, there was an incident with a young man who was arrested by a police officer. He was taken into custody, and then he is alleging that he was released. He put it on his Facebook page that he was released by the police officer. After they put him into the vehicle, the police officer said, listen, just buy a bottle of Johnny Walker for we and we go let you go. And they end up releasing him. Did you hear about that? I have it here just now. As we go to the break. I would love to hear, and he's plastering it all over social media. They watch Johnny Walker. You're going to see that arrest in just a little bit. 122,000 views it's gotten so far on social media. So we'll take a look at that when we return. And KFC. We will take a few calls on this KFC issue as well. So stay tuned for that. And we have the vagina monologues. We have some people here. It's a play. It's a play. I know, yes, you're all going to gaga. It's a play that has been done the world over. It's an episodic play written by Eve Ensler, which developed and premiered at the Here Art Center and was followed by an off-Broadway run in 1996 at Westside Theatre. The play delves into consensual and non-consensual sexual experiences, body image, genital mutilation, and so on and so forth. And they are premiering this play on Saturday. So we have a couple members from the Vagina Monologues that are here, and we will hear from them a little bit later on this morning, going up to the 8 o'clock hour. So stay tuned for that, but we're going to talk KFC when we return. We'll be back after this.
You want to still talk chicken?
Of course.
Nah, man.
It's finger licking, and that's a monologue.
I can't even say this. I am slow. You are the safety. You vagina monologue, because this is
Oliver James. Right. Welcome to my country, my friends.
I am right.
Really? Where do you think you are?
I am right.
I am right! Only rights you have here.
Not rights. I keep you.
Ready? 1, 2. Passez-moi.
Welcome to Regal Products, a household name since 1960. Regal produces a diverse range right here in TNT, all with the primary focus on high quality. From healthy and tasty nuts and snacks, including cranberries, raisins, sultanas, dates, and prunes, to trail mixes like Cranberry Jubilee, Hawaiian Medley, California Exotic, and South Beach, with nutrition-packed seeds like sunflower and pumpkin, and a tasty nut range which includes almonds, pecans, walnuts, peanuts, cashews, and the newly launched corn nuts. Regal Products for superb flavor, excellent quality, and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Royal Castle ready for the carnival. And good news, the mega meal ready too. Yes! Get 12 flavorful, tender pieces of chicken, 6 real nice tasty sides, and a refreshing 2-liter soft drink. Just right for the crew. The mega meal convenient for the beach line or just to enjoy at home. So for this carnival, get the Royal Castle mega meal. Talk done.
Ladies and gentlemen, our country is falling apart. Our institutions are failing. Crime is out of control. It is our duty to fix it. We are touching on every sector of society. Race, class, and corruption. Nothing is off limit. No holds barred. The Cold Truth with Kim Cole. The power belongs to the people. Join us right here, Monday to Sunday, 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m.
Chip into Value Optical for Colors, the ultimate carnival experience. See the greatest festival on earth with true color and style. Jump up with sensational discounts on all eyewear. All ads with free polarized sunglasses with every purchase. It's the all-inclusive eyewear deal you don't want to miss. Colors. Powered by Transitions and Apex Digital Lenses and Supernova Anti-Reflective Coating. See press, online, and in-store for more details. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
This is Tactical Enterprise, leading wholesalers for all cell phone accessories, cell phone armored cases, auto box cases, tempered glass, memory cards, headphones, chargers, flash drives, and more. Located in Canupia, Trinidad, they supply cell phone store owners wherever they are, in Trinidad and Tobago or across the Caribbean. If you want to get high quality cell phone accessories at the lowest price, then check out Tactical Enterprise in Canupia. They work with and supply small, medium, and large retailers. So give them a call at 716-2900 or email them at tacticalenterprise@hotmail.com. They offer free delivery to any part of Trinidad and Tobago. Tactical Enterprise.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including manual and hydraulic crimpers, pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Prostat, the ultimate prostate formula with standardized herbal extracts used by thousands of men to ensure optimum prostate health and alleviate symptoms related to an enlarged prostate or BPH. Available at leading pharmacies and online at tntdrugstore.com.
Never let your problems get you down. Stay focused and hold your ground, because what don't kill you should make you stronger. Yo, this is Blacks. Don't get tied up with the lyrics. Wrong mixes, alcohol and lyrics. I rode safe. I want you be road safe. Don't drink and drive. I feel like Hulk. I feel like Hulk.
So we're back, and as we return, I just want to let you guys know I got a message here. Somebody saying in Tunapuna, Carnival police shut down Carnival immediately once violence occurred. On Carnival Tuesday, festivities were shut down at 9:30 p.m. Because there was fighting.
Yeah.
Nobody had a problem with that.
And as you said, you're a St. James boy. I used to work at Mapo in Woodbrook, and I saw where police came down the road, and this was still a little later than that. This was about 10 p.m. And 10 o'clock, an inspector came to us and he said, lockdown. And we thought that something was happening, so we load on the music. He said, no, off.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
And then he starts to walk off. So we were shouting like, officer, when do we turn back on?
That's right.
He said, no. He said, that's it, it's finished. And we were looking at our clock, it's 10. He said, no, that's it.
Yeah, because they got to get people off the street. They got to get people off the street because you never know what could happen. I sit and I say it. Carnival time, disasters can happen. And then you have to remember too, with all that fighting going on, all I remember just before Carnival, the government come and announced that it had a threat. So if the police, and the worst here that the police come to tell you they had a lockdown 10 o'clock because of violence, because you as the mayor and all know in San Fernando supposed to know, but wait now. We got information that there was a threat, a terror attack threat, or something bad, you know, somebody was planning something bad. So even worse yet now. So if the police come and say lock it down early, you have to understand that more than ever because of that threat that we heard about before Carnival.
And it's supposed to show that unison
so
with
not
the
just
police,
with the fighting and the violence in San Fernando, but we had to take that into consideration too. Because look, yesterday the Prime Minister do a press conference saying the threat was real. But you as the mayor of San Fernando, you must be up to date with current affairs and know what's going on in your country. So you must know that there is a threat. The government of Trinidad and Tobago has announced that the threat is real. And here you have violence in the city in your city. And the police are saying, listen, let's lock things down now. We need to lock it down. And you have to take all of that into consideration as the mayor that, hey, we just under a warning of a threat.
And what he needs to understand as well too, when the police came to lock down the band, they did not come to lock down his worship Mary Gello's band. They came to lock down the band. And he moved from being a band leader
not
to
just the band, the festivities on the whole.
But this is what happened.
It's a holistic thing.
He moved from being the band leader, which is he's the leader of Skiffle Bunch. So he moved from to being the mayor instantaneously. So it's an abuse of power.
Look, somebody's saying morning.
It's an abuse of power.
Morning, so the mayor prefers revelry than the safety of citizens.
That's correct.
The mayor should have asked the public to stop their level of disrespect to the officers. The mayor, should have spoken to the officers away from the public ears so that the crowd would not have responded that way. The crowd is also disrespecting the police. You see, this is how people gonna, you see, some people gonna defend it because, you know, whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, we have to establish whether or not authority was superseded.
That's correct.
Right? Or the police, the decision made by the police officers were undermined. And if it was undermined, or if it was overturned by somebody in a higher authority, let's say in this case, the mayor of San Fernando, what is the justification for what? It's going to boil down to violence versus revelry. Bottle pelting versus steel pan. It's going to boil down to that. What did you make way or decision to challenge the police's authority? Why you made the decision? Based on what?
It also comes to safety over favor.
That we have to put the violence on hold because Carnival is supposed to finish 12 midnight, and 12 midnight is 12 midnight, and we still jamming?
And is he saying that because I am the mayor, don't worry, this band is safe?
Right. So, I mean, these are the questions that will arise. And he has to understand that too as the mayor. He has to understand that too, regardless of anything. He has to, because that's what it boils down to. All right, so we move on from that. Thanks a lot for your calls and your comments. There were a few other things that happened, you know. The giant centipede that they find up in Beach, I think it was. Did you see it? So, look at there.
That's small.
That's small?
Yes. I don't know why everybody going off on this thing. That is a very small centipede.
That is a small centipede?
That is a small one.
But if I see that in my yard, I'm moving out, you know.
No, but listen to me. I see centipede already that I could not even believe that the thing passing and it's like out of a movie. Like out of a movie. You ever go hunting? These are hunters, and I'm sure they can tell you that there is a small centipede still.
Well, somebody told me on Shaka Shakari, the island, they grow bigger than that because they have no enemies there. It have nothing to hunt them. So they just grow and grow and grow. That is scary, man.
It have some of them, they live also in rotted out wood, which if you know that you have a tree and the stump, especially if you keep a stump, and the stump is rotten out, centipedes gravitate towards that. They live inside of that kind of atmosphere. And if that baby sit down inside of there for a good time and it had nothing really thinking and he get like a little ant's nest close by or something like that where he could feed off of, and he's the king, boy, let that run out of there. You're gone.
That's
You're
scary,
gone.
The other thing I wanted to highlight, we have to congratulate, of course, Marshall Montano and Super Blue. They won the soca. Yeah, I mean, they won the road march. Now, hold on, keep it right there.
I know where you're going to show me.
Take off that lower third for me. Because we were about to talk about this thing with KFC. Now, this is the artwork for Soca Kingdom. Congratulations to them on the road march win. I think that makes it 10 for Blue, 9 for Marshall.
Yes, correct.
Right. Now, we get into the toilet issue at KFC, eh? But before we get to the toilet issue, I want to applaud the management or the marketing team in KFC that come up with the KFC Kingdom. Show me the KFC Kingdom, babe. Now, I am just saying, this is the greatest marketing that I have seen. I mean, for goodness sake, spicy have a nose. How they accomplish that? I don't know. The spicy leg have a nose, look at it. It have a nose, it fried with a nose for the glasses from restaurant. Now, I am saying, KFC, yo, you know that. I'm saying this, that's brilliant marketing. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Now, we can take that off. Right, because they do advertise here. Put back up the Soca Kingdom.
I was suing.
Now,
you turned me into a spicy chicken?
Yeah. You could give me a split. You could give me a split.
I want to know if that permission to take my thing and turn me into a spicy chicken.
Yeah, you can give me a split with the Soca Kingdom and the KFC Kingdom. I mean, we just get out just a side by side.
I was suing. I know no spicy chicken.
You can't get a side by side.
They should have asked me first. What if I wanted to be a fries? But what if I see myself as a fries?
No, well, it's original and spicy now, but anyway.
I could see myself as a biscuit.
But
KFC is known for their biscuit as well. What if I want to be a biscuit?
Oh God, forget that now. That's how the people
nah,
do the
you can't forget that, man.
They used 2 legs. They couldn't fit the band. Obviously, they couldn't fit the bandana over the biscuit head. So I'll tell you what.
Listen, if a bandana could fit around my head.
No, yesterday there was the issue of this policy. People were complaining that KFC is not allowing people to use their restroom unless they're making a purchase.
Good.
A lot of people seem to be a bit
upset
about that. Yes. Yes. They're upset about it.
Aye.
I, however, cannot agree with the public on this one.
Yeah, boy, I'm going to have to join you on that one as well.
Yeah. I cannot agree with the public on this one. Yeah, that's the side by side. They're really good, you know. The only thing that spicy leg missing is the dreadlocks now, you know. Yeah, everything else, you know.
If they had put some fries, they could have make some fries locks. Yeah,
they could have put some fries in the background there as the dreadlocks.
Yeah, background, man.
Yeah, but that's just brilliant.
And I more see Marshall as a tie.
So take it on. They got road march 336 times. I think the song was played.
Wow. Even if Iowa had do it over again and get the same amount of points, he still couldn't beat them, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you would have get 280. So 336 to 140 to 112. That's the final count there for the road march. Now, on this toilet issue, I have to agree with KFC. And I'll agree with KFC because on their policy, you can take that down, They don't run ads here. Royal Castle, flavor to the bone, all they didn't know. Anyway, it's flavor to the bone. It's Royal Castle had gone by, right?
Flavor to the bone.
No, original and spicy thing. It's Royal Castle is flavor to the bone.
Very
now,
Royal Castle is the local
I am makes it all taste better. No, I am saying I agree with KFC on the toilet issue because it's a simple case of Peter paying for Paul and Paul paying for all. Because you have people who will come, use the facilities, in purchase, in spend a cent, and then mess up your facilities.
Yeah, right. Yes.
And I mean, from that standpoint, I mean, if we bring it in, if we put it into the perspective that okay, let's say you have a business, and your business is set up, it's a bar or it's a food place, You wouldn't want random people just walking in there who not spending their money in your business, just coming to use your toilet. I mean, I do believe, if they have somebody standing by the door, I do believe in certain circumstances,
right.
If if a pregnant woman runs in the KFC and says that she has to
use the bathroom,
I'm very sure that they're going to facilitate it. But I think that they're not facilitating any and everybody, just the average Joe that's walking in and want to, you know, do either number one or number two. I don't think I could agree with them with that.
And also remember, it's carnival time. It's according to your level of intoxication, so I would not let you into my establishment as well too.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
but
very
it's not for carnival alone.
Yeah.
That's the policy that they're taking now.
Board.
And I can't disagree with them because I went to my studies and I said, well, you know, yeah, you might spend your money there last week, but it doesn't entitle you to just walk in and use the people's toilet anytime you want.
Exactly.
Right?
That's like someone saying, I know someone on the taxi stand and I travel with you every day. And today I jump in a taxi and decide to walk out. Why? Because I travel with you every day? I'm entitled to walk out?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's simple. You can't say that.
You can't say that. All right? So those are some of the things we wanted to just mention. There was a story, oh God, you went on my whole papers, boy.
Could never be.
They gave the water in a bottle.
That is not me.
In a bottle.
That is Melville. Melville passed it. Just
So,
thing and throw the water down.
What?
Melville. Everybody knows that.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, we could get them that blind for today. They do give us the big gallons of water. So I'll tell you what, we want to open the phone line, take some calls. We have spoken on, I think, 3 different issues this morning. Was it 3? We spoke about Maxi Coffee and the $1 million bill.
Yeah.
It's on the front page of your newsletter this morning. Maxi's $1 million bill. That was up for discussion. You're still welcome to make your calls and your comments pertaining to that. And I am really, really going to do some research just to find out how many perks that these politicians really have. How many things they benefit from. Where our tax money going, our taxpayers' money going. Because at the end of the day, healthcare in this country is a mess. How much all you can get seed up in the drugstore right now?
That is really hard. This
Call and tell me.
I want to know now. For those that don't know, my mom, over the carnival weekend, she fell. She broke her hand. And she was in the hospital for close to like about 4 or 5 hours for a broken arm, which is something that, okay, you broke your arm, you come in, you get checked, you get a cast. I think that should be in a process that more an hour for the least should have been, but 4 to 5 hours. She's in the hospital with her hand broken, unattended to.
That's right.
You understand? And yet still, a minister could jump on a plane, have a stroke first, be okay, get another one, jump on a plane, disappear for months, spending my money up to $1 million.
William.
And yet still everything is A-okay with the country?
Yeah, morning. Let's see. Let's just hear.
To tell me how much money this man's spending.
I mean, let's hear how the people think about that, because healthcare is a serious thing. It's something that we got to take seriously.
Daily.
Morning. Yeah, morning.
Morning. I find the mayor very disrespectful and very inciting.
Okay, so you give the mayor wrong?
Yes, only that.
Okay. Thanks a lot. All right, so he gives the mayor wrong. I like how that one was short and sweet. So we take some more. We're taking some calls. Let's hear what you're saying. Morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Stephan. Morning, voice. Toko Sandigrandi.
Yeah, Toko.
Yes. Stephan, I want to talk about the situation with the mayor.
Sure.
And the police.
Go on.
Now, Stephan, this is one of the big problems we have in this country concerning what the police.
Lower your radio. You have a radio or television on?
No.
Oh, okay, go on.
Yes. I want to say that the police, let the police do their job. You understand? And the politicians, they shouldn't take, in front to embarrass the police when they're trying to do their job. You see? And this is one of the biggest problems we have in our country, where the politicians want to rule the police. It shouldn't be like that. Leave them, let them take part in the law enforcement, and let the mayor and all the politicians listen to what the police have to say, and then we'll have a better country to go forward with.
All right. Thanks a lot. So that's another comment there. That's telling you, people will, you know, morning. Somebody saying CDAP drugs are, oh gosh, inferior. People shouldn't even be using them. All right. Morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning, boy.
Yeah. Hi, good morning.
How you going, man?
I did. I thought we'd have missed a morning without you. Go ahead, man.
Not at all. Yes, Stephan. If you know a little history about Sando Carnival. Now, I spend most of my carnival in South. And if not 99.9% of the celebration in South, they stop prematurely. Carnival and Juve, because of the violence, is 100%.
Right.
And if you understand the geography of South, on the way, along the route, every corner, there's a bar that people put out DJ set, and plus the businesses have their setup outside.
Outside,
so nobody
right.
don't wait for any band to pass or truck to pass to get music or steel band. It's jamming right through from dusk till dawn. And anytime, from the time you're here, the place that get dark, South becomes a war zone. It's fight, bottle, stabbing, and to reach to where you park your vehicle and then you have to walk out of Sando, either go straight up to the coffee or down Skinner Park, down to get out of Sando. And
okay.
You see this thing while I was talking about the group that goes into the barn and invade and rob people? That was invented in South.
Wow.
As soon as it get dark, they would just invade the space that people in and rob them and fight, so it's non-stop. And the police is having real hard. Real hard. All the, look this year, even self this year, they had to stop Juve celebration because of the violence. When the youth man gets stabbed and killed and everything. So, people that understand, Rivero must feel that there is a law upon their own self that the police must go and stop everybody else and they must continue partying. I am sure that the police made a wrong, but they'll make a wrong and tell the people, yeah, what, well, you need to shut down. You know that as soon as they pull off and they go, they would start back their music and settings start again. So the police is having real hard to deal with South especially, because that place is turned into a war zone, and Roberta them have to understand that, because they would have a little squad and be partying and expect them to party, but the police need to shut down everybody else. And that's the situation there.
All right, cool,
Enjoy
man.
the day, fellas, yeah.
Thanks a lot. So I tell you what, we squeeze one more, take a break and come back and close. Yeah, one more. We'll take a break and then we come back and close. Morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, morning.
Right. I believe that the mayor should apologize to our nation, and he's a threat to national security, so he should be reviewed. You understand? That is a serious piece of thing he's encouraging there, that the police, for matter of fact, the national security is trying to curb. Right? And in discipline action is a discipline personnel in charge. Right? Because look at his actions. If you look at his actions, how he's pointing at the police, that is a senior policeman. You have no respect for our protective services, and I'm not leaving out none. Because when you do one, you do all. Correct? Is right. And right, boy, look. Have a good day,
All right, man. And that's the thing. If it were any one of us, any normal citizen, we would have been arrested. Obstruction of
justice,
obstructing the police in
all
the
kind of
duties
drama would have happened to a regular citizen if that was them.
If that
and
was
that is why the guy with the sleeveless tells himself that he had that power to say, what you gonna do? You gonna lock up the mayor? In other words, he's telling the police, you can't
touch him because he's a mayor.
You can't touch him,
and I think that's a bad example to set on the whole man.
I've seen prime ministers being locked up already. What's wrong with locking up the mayor?
Regardless of how the police may have approached whoever saw them approach in a particular manner, at the end of the day, he as the mayor has to be aware of the fact that, you know, this is the police and they're carrying out their duties. And if I try to overturn their decision, then I am undermining them while they're carrying out their duties. And that's never a good thing, especially in front of a large crowd like that.
That's right.
Because it's like what I told you guys a couple of years ago when people started to cuss the police and everybody, when the police come to make arrests, there's a whole set of bacchanal, and then school children start disrespecting
that's right.
the police and fighting in front of the police and telling the police go so and all kind of thing. I told you all, if we continue to encourage that, we're going to end up in a very, very bad place where the police force is not going to have any sort of respect at all. And if that happens, then that's why you don't get information these days. That's why nobody don't give information. That's part of the reason. You have rogue officers as well, but that's part of the reason. It's because of that level of disrespect that has been encouraged and allowed to manifest itself over a period of time.
And also, hence, one of the reasons why it is you actually get that kind of aggression coming out from the officers, because they know that fact that, listen, if we pet and powder these people and they're going to run all over us.
So that's why they had to move aggressive the way that they are. But I cannot see the police in San Fernando manhandling the mayor.
No.
I mean, I can't see it. I'm not saying it may not have happened, or maybe some people saw it a different way. I do not know. But at no point in time during those 2 video clips did the mayor, in his discussion, his heated discussion with the police officers, mention anything about them grabbing him and pulling him off. You know, it was about 12 o'clock, and that's what it was about. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. When we return, we will wrap things up this morning on Breaking Dawn. Stay tuned for that. And what's that? Well, they're late. Tell them 7:15. Pass the time, man. So we take a break and we'll be back to close. Stay tuned.
Bright Ideas has the largest array of practical and finishing items for the home under one roof. From the most sophisticated selection of exotic flowers in the country to amazing chandeliers, lighting, and wall fixtures. Bright Ideas caters for every room in the house with unique items that you'll find nowhere else. So you can fix up your home, complete that special look, and be the envy of all. With household appliances, draperies, beddings, kitchen and dining room items, outdoor furnishings, TV, electronics, and so much more. Bright Ideas, Marabella, Princestown, Rio Claro, Point Fortin, and Gulf City. Getting married? Then inquire about their bridal registry or visit them today for that special gift item. For the holidays and for every day, there is a Bright Idea just waiting for you. Bright Ideas with 5 great locations and convenient opening hours to serve you. Visit them today at Marabella, Princestown, Rio Claro, Point Fortin, and the Gulf City.
This is a call for all restaurants and supermarkets to get your business online.
Get your business on the most cutting-edge, customer-friendly, results-guaranteed food delivery app in the Caribbean, Food Now TT.
It's time to celebrate. FoodNowTT.com is here.
Yes, I said Food Now TT. We're fast, we're efficient, and we are guaranteed to help improve your business by 100%.
For more info and a free sign-up, call 222-9854 or email food@foodnowtt.com or even WhatsApp
341-1892. You can even come into our office at 216 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, and get your free registration done today. Get your business to be viewed by millions, because with Food Now TT, your restaurant or supermarket is just a click away.
FoodNowTT.com is here.
Want it? Click it. Get it.
Okay, so we're back on the inside, people, and we have to, well, we're just about out of time. It's 7:59. We've got to wrap things up for today. Somebody say why they didn't lock down when they blocked the highway. How many got killed for the month of January? Where's the lockdown? Only carnival money and people. Alright. This is the thing that's happening. Alright? But, you know, unfortunately, you know, so it happened. We have to wrap it up for today.
Happy belated birthday goes out to my sister Natalie. She celebrated yesterday. Yesterday was Shanti's birthday as well. Happy belated birthday to her.
What Roxy messaged me for? Tell Roxy I have no message from her, you know.
I don't know. Roxy, good morning.
I have no message. All I seen is boss. And I since 12:05 this morning.
Roxy and Richard, have a good morning. They locked on and they're watching us right now.
Roxy and Richard.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll tell you what. Good morning to Roxy and Richard. Anyway, I do the same thing I do yesterday.
Yeah, exact same thing. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So I will tell you what. We got to wrap things up for today. Put it away. We will be back tomorrow to do this all over again. All right, and as we wrap up this morning, I want to thank everybody for their calls and their comments, and we hope that you have a terrific day today, a safe day, and tomorrow we'll tackle the child prostitution video that was circulated. Right? Remember that video? Did you see that video with the little girl?
No, but
15-year-old girl?
From the time that people send me children's videos, and then I just...
We'll have to tackle that tomorrow, okay? But, we wrap it up for today. Remember, don't be too quick to believe everything you hear, since lies travel faster than the truth.
And always remember to aim for the moon, because if you should have missed, you're still going to be amongst the stars.
Nice, man.